Okay, our next question comes from Andy, who spells it's Andy with an I. So is that female Andy? I think it probably is. Dear Uncle Si,
be.
Uncle Dave, Posh Tash, and Mr. Sexy Voice, Thin White Duke. I don't know why I left that
Yeah.
in. Ah.
You know it.
Now, she said, I'm sending you a picture of Woofity Mix. Dave mentioned this in the
Yeah.
one of the latest podcasts, and I did forward the picture of Woofity Mix to Dave. And yes, you can still get that. Woofity Mix was a dog food. And Andy says, I wonder, is this why dogs used to have white poos, and why don't dogs have them anymore? Loads of love to you all, Andy.
Dogs.
Answer.
Hey,
I haven't got an answer to this one.
I have. Dogs have white poo because they eat bones. They used to eat bones.
Oh, right.
I must admit, we have the odd white poo with ours because we do feed them bones.
Right.
Right. Interesting.
Okay.
But you know, there seemed to be. I remember when I was a kid in the back street. You know, they used to be everywhere, the white poo.
Yeah.
But funny is, see, when I was a kid, I thought it was chalk. So my mum and dad, I was trying to draw with it. You know, that's probably why I ended up at Goldsmiths doing fine art, because I started out trying to, fabricate dog shit into an acceptable art form.
I love that. I love
Oh. No, but it's bones, I think. I think it is. You know, and they give a good old heave on when they get them out, don't they, the white ones?
it. Too many facts. I've got no idea. But probably it's not moist enough, is it? It hasn't got enough fibre in it, maybe. The bones aren't fibrous.
Oh, I don't know. Plenty of fibre in a bone, isn't there?
I don't know, yeah. My biology and my dog knowledge is so poor, I'm just going to have to keep quiet.
Oh, I know. We've got to be careful in my new house with the dog. You know, we have to follow it religiously in case it leaves a dropping on the shared grounds. You know, can't have that.
Oh. Oh, that wouldn't do. So, Woofity Mix we know still exists, but we don't think Woofity Mix is actually responsible for white poos. That'll be when dogs used to eat more bones.
Yeah, I think it's. But Woofity Mix is such a great name.
I love it.
Like Zoflora, it does what it says on the tin.
Oh, yeah, we do like that. Also, Woofity Mix reminds me back down to your prize bracket thing. It's, you can imagine somebody sweetly saying to somebody, "You're my little Woofity Mix. I love you, little Woofity Mix."
Well, you go like that with the cheeks. So.
Ooh, Woofity Mix.
I tell you what, it's one thing. This chemo. It's the first time I've seen my face for 40 years. You know.
It's a rather lovely face.
It's a lovely face.
I don't know about that. As soon as I get my beard back, it's coming.
And you know,
Okay.
at least you can grow a beard, Dave, because now you're getting older. I get that waddle, that lines. I can't even grow a beard to cover it.
I look like Deirdre from Coronation Street now.
No, you don't.
Wait till you get the HRT, Tash, then your beard will come, don't worry. All right, we've got another one here from Rob Haynes in Staffordshire. Dear Agony Uncles, it's a sad day in the Haynes household as I've had to admit defeat on the motorbike I've been trying to restore for the past 30 years. It's a Ducati Road 250, and just as soon as I repair one part and think it's finished, something else breaks, and now I can't get bits for it anymore. As a pair of bike lovers, have you had to ever get rid of a bike that you really loved because it's a lost cause? I'd like to know that I'm not alone. And that's from Rob in Staffordshire.
Yeah, we've all been there. I mean, what you do now is because you've suddenly found out that the parts for the Ducati 250, you can't get them. You break yours down and sell the bits for an exorbitant amount of money.
Oh.
Because there'll be somebody else out there who's sweating buckets. But no, I've just sold actually my Laverda Jota, which is my pride and joy. But I had it restored and it was mint when I sold it. You know, some bikes you can still get parts for. But I had a Hesketh at one time, a Hesketh Vampire. And that was like a one-off, you know, by Lord Hesketh. It was meant to be a grand touring motorcycle, I think, of the 80s. Yeah. And I managed to get one, except I bought the prototype that had been built. And so the only person I get my parts from was the man that built it.
Oh, wow.
It's called Mick somebody. People will know his name. He's very famous. But, I mean, it was such a bitzer. I mean, I think the oil filter was off an Austin Montego. The lights were off a Suzuki GS X850. It was complete, but it looked magnificent, and it was really tall. I said, "Why was it so tall?" He said, "Well, you see, we got these batteries that are really big, so I had to build the battery box big to get the batteries in." So it's kind of. But there is a wonderful world now of classic motorbikes and restoration because they're worth money. And actually, if you do ask around, you can find most bits. But I had an XS 750 Yamaha. That was the one I gave up on. The engine completely went on that. And yeah, that went to I just gave up on that. I was heartbroken.
Did you, Dave, yourself tinker with it and build on it? Or did you just have the passion for the bike and then give it to somebody else to build it up?
No, I used to do an awful lot. Now, it's like a bit like cars these days. They're so blooming complicated now that there's very little you can do.
Yeah,
but the first bike I had was this Cossack Ural Mars Mark III, which is like the Russian motorbikes and sidecars. And in that, one of the gears had went. Right. Well, I actually managed to send off to Russia, and it came packed in brown paper, waxed paper, and gun grease, the cog. And I managed to split the gearbox and put the cog in myself.
Massive.
And stuff like that is quite rewarding. I love it. Kingy's really good at it, but again, we spent more time riding bikes and cooking and eating than we have tinkering with bikes. But it is joyous, really.
Yeah. Quite enjoy stuff.
Yeah. And the Laverda, as soon as I've sold it now, I'm sick.
Oh.
Hey?
You kept pictures of them all, of you on all the bikes. You got a little gallery of them all.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, hidden in my phone. Yeah. But there's always the next one, isn't there? It's a bit like murder. The first couple, it gets easier. But Rob, just keep the faith. I bet you'll find the bits somewhere. Either that or break it and sell it and get a new project. My neighbour, where I am down here, he has a brand new Norton Commando in his house.
Wow.
Can you imagine it from the 1970s? But it's not no miles on it at all.
Wow.
Oh, gosh.
I know. He just keeps it in his house.
Wow.
But it's a thing of beauty. Yeah.
Like an art piece.
Oh, yeah, it is. There's
a lot thing of beauty. And just to finish this off, we get a lot of questions about what bikes you guys still have. So if you sold your Jota, what have you still got, Dave?
I've only got one at the minute. I've got a Kawasaki GTR 1400, which is modern and, the sort of thing you can cross a continent on. But I'm, both me and Kingy are shopping at the minute. And when I get better, I will do. And we've got certain things in mind, really. And I did say to Lil, because I sold my Moto Guzzi as well, the one I'd had from you in 2006. I did my karting on with her. I took her to Italy on it. And that money is in a separate account. That's my motorbike account. It's not to be touched for curtains or fixtures and fittings in a new house. That's my bike when I'm fit.
Just wondering, Dave, because you've moved house, have you checked that account recently?
Yes, I have. It's separate. It's on my phone. Yeah, my bike.